Thank you very much, Graham. I'm absolutely sure they will miss you when you move on. 18 months, extraordinary, isn't it? That after only 18 months, a new organisation like this can draw a crowd of this magnitude, and that tells you about subjects we're dealing with, the importance to our society. Now I'm going to invite our diamond sponsor, Anwar Khalil, CEO of Martian Logic, to come and say a few brief words. Martian Logic are an HR tech company owned and founded by, as they put it, real Australian everyday people. In 2003, Martian Logic was born in the bedroom of an apartment in inner West Sydney. The founder and earlier investors came together because of shared desire to invest in modern tech makes a difference to people's lives. They work carefully to come up with solutions the entire user community can utilise. This is genuine determination to improve the HR industry through tech. That's what sets them apart, so they say, and I believe them. Please welcome Anwar Khalil to the stage.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. As Tony said, my name is Anwar Khalil, and I'm the CEO of Martian Logic. I just want to say, to start with, thank you, the ACCPA members, the ACCPA board and chairman, and the management team for having us here. We're honoured to be here for the second year in a row, and we've had a long history with Laser prior to that as well. So we really appreciate it to be invited again to be here as the main sponsor of this amazing event. Today I want to talk to you about two things, just to introduce what Martian Logic is and be about the company and the progress we've had in the last few years, and also to talk about why Martian Logic. I've got some slides. I'm hoping they're going to be projected at some stage. Here we go. How do you operate these slides, by the way? Someone said operate before you. There used to be a remote control. Is this the thing? I'm sure it is. Sorry. Degree button. Hey, sense, it's a big button on there. Thank you. I should have said it. Very big green button. Okay. With an arrow on it as well to say, move forward. Okay. So, that's what I've just said. Now we want to talk about, as I said, what is Martian Logic and why Martian Logic. So we'll start with what is Martian Logic. At high level, we're a SaaS-based human resources. Oh, it's in front of me. I don't have to look at the screen. Very good. We're just covering a lot of good things today. Very organised. So we're a SaaS-based human resources information system, HRIS in short. And we're an Australian-owned company with 2 offices in Australia, and we opened an office in Austin about just over 12 months ago now. And I'm very pleased to say we're starting to gather some momentum there from both the US, Canada and the UK. So this office basically covers those countries. We have what we call enterprise clients. These are larger clients. We have 400 clients so far as a company, including 75 in the aged care and NDIS industry, which is a pretty big proportion. This is why we're here. This is why we take this industry really seriously. And as you can see, some of the brands we're really honoured to call clients, and some of them have been with us for 10 years, like Allergy, for example, was one of the very early adopters of the Recruiter Plus at the time the platform was called, because our history began with recruitment and we moved on from there into the onboarding and other functions of HR. In the last 12 months, just quick progress about the company since we've been here. We grew by 30%. We've onboarded 30 enterprise clients, 5 of which from the aged care industry, and I'm honoured to say including Alton Clark and Aegis Aged Care. Now, quickly, what the key features of the platform, just to get an idea of really what we do. The org chart is what we call the centre of the platform. It's all interconnected, so it stays live and up to date all the time. You never ever have to update the org chart as an after the fact. For example, if you've recruited a new person or offboarded an employee, the org chart is the first to be updated. It's live all the time. It just happens. You don't have to worry about updating your org chart. Then a very important piece that we introduced in the last couple of years is for you to be able to capture all your awards and EAs and remuneration in general and positions into a single source of truth library where all that information will flow and is used across the platform. Then the request to hire workflow or approval workflow that brings together the managers, HR and the execs. And that works hand in hand with the recruitment piece to get a very, very powerful module which connects with the employee onboarding. So that flow, we pretty much invented that flow. It's nothing like it in the world, from the request to hire into recruitment into onboarding. Imagine that information flowing in the contract, for example, that you generate for the employee as part of onboarding would be pre-populated, whether it's the remuneration information or the SQL information such as the candidate name and address, etc. will all flow within that contract. You just have to look at it, say it's all good, maybe make a couple of tweaks, send it for internal approval by an exec or someone in the business, and then send a pack, including the contract, to the candidate to complete it. The change of staff conditions, it's a term maybe a lot of you are not familiar with, and that includes once the employee has been onboarded as an employee, then any changes going forward, whether they move to different teams or they move from part-time to full-time, promotions, etc., we call that change of condition. Some people even call it cross-boarding if they're moving across teams as part of the change, and which I mentioned here as well, and offboarding. So that's what we call the full employee life cycle, recruitment, onboarding, change of condition, all the way to offboarding. Then you've got the automated reference check, the police check, employee database, and integrations. We integrate with over 20-something systems, mostly payroll systems, but also learning and development systems, including CRIS21, ADP, Orion, etc., etc. And so we're very agnostic when it comes to integration with the payroll system. The client chooses how they want integration to work. We work with whatever the client wants to use. The performance review is launching in March. So that concludes just quickly giving you an idea about the capability of the platform. Now I would love to talk to you about why Marshall Logic. The save time and money, I know it sounds cheap, but I mean, efficiencies are very important of running any business. We heard Dr. Graham talking about some businesses unfortunately may be struggling to survive. And that's unfortunately the fact of running a business, but being efficient is really important in every area. So, and these, save time and money come from efficiencies, automations, being modern and sleek. For example, if you ask the manager, look, these small changes you would like to create maybe an approval to give someone a promotion, or you move it from one team to another and you want someone to approve it for you, and for all that data to happen and then that change to happen to the employee record, instead of asking HR to do it, it's a very inefficient process and it could come with inaccuracies and all the stuff that we understand. But well, you can't ask the manager to do that if the platform's too clunky. If they're going to say, look, it's going to take me 5 times the time it will take you to do it. So being sleek and modern is really important as part of the whole community, the organisation, to adopt it for those efficiencies and that happy team, so to speak, to happen, the collaboration to happen. Compliance is huge, whether it's police check, whether it's the processes or the documents you need to collect to licensing, etc., that you need to make sure you collect and store and make sure they are up to date. Compliance is a big thing of what we do. And we have native automated reference checking built within the platform, as well as the police check. We've been accredited to be an ACCPA provider. The police check will be launching next week, the first time within the platform, as a native police check offering. So fully automated, literally you move the candidate to a stage called start police check, and then it's pretty much all you have to do. It just happens until the report's available in the platform. So, again, you can do all that manually and make some of you doing it, then you don't need any of that. But you know, when you really have a job to do, and these really a lot of that could be considered as admin. If you've got a tool that you can trust and rely, it takes all that admin out of the way, so you can focus on what you do best. It's got to be something positive for the business. The positive experiences that you create when you've got a platform that makes sense and modern and sleek to all the stakeholders, and that is the candidates, the employees, the managers, the executives, and the HR team. It has to make sense for everyone, otherwise it's going to be an isolated, silo kind of based function with the HR and not really adopted and supported by the management team, and that is not going to really be great for the company. Collaboration between HR and managers, we talked about this, so I'm just going to move forward. And the last slide about the why is the return on investment. We guarantee 5 to 10 times, even in the first year of adopting the platform. The platform comes with no setup cost anyway, so you're really paying for the subscription, and that's part of the reason why the ROI, even in the first year, is high. And I've just got a couple of points about where the ROI comes from. Clearly, the time saving from managers and HR that are involved in the HR functions, the reduction in compliance risk, the reduction in candidate drop-offs, and the speed to recruit and onboard people in the seat, in those vacant seats, and in general to create a happy community of users of the HR functions, and that's the candidates, the managers, the employees, and the HR team. Thank you for letting me explain to you what Martian Logic is and why would an organisation in this industry want to use Martian Logic. I've got a special offer to talk to you about, and please see the team at the booth about the offer. I believe it's pretty significant. We've already got 20 companies registered for it. It's 3 sets of $3,000 gifts, so $9,000 in total prizes. And it's, as an organisation, you pick a provider for a team building activity, and we fund it for you. So you pick the provider, you pick the place, the time, you let us know about the provider, we buy the voucher for you and give it to you. So you decide on the activity. It's the reason why we're doing it is because we believe, as I mentioned before, maybe a couple of times already, how important for the managers and HR to work together. And if only HR are happy with the system and managers aren't, or vice versa, it's just not going to happen. They need to work together. There's amazing collaboration opportunities between HR and managers that is not being realised because it's not a happy team, and the technology is not there to allow for that, to foster the collaboration and allow it to happen. I cannot tell you how much we believe in that, and the whole collaboration ecosystem within the platform is baked from the roots of the platform. It's always in our mind every time we think about any feature of the platform. So hence why we're doing this. We would like the organisation at Wins to be able to bring HR and managers into the activity, and as I said, you pick it and we fund it for you. Speaking to the folks at the booth, the Martian team would love to explain to you how you enter and help you to enter the comp. Other than that, that's what the booth is going to look like. Thank you very much again for having us. It's an honour to be here once again as the main sponsor of the event, and have a great conference. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Anwar. We should remind our